heard it when I reached over to grab that.
I hear it intermittently. We're recording now, so this is part 2 of the. So I also
until next time.
I also fucked with the noise gate too.
But I heard it when I went like this.
Yeah, see, I hear it faint in the background.
When I reached over to grab that, it started.
Wow. So if this makes it into an episode that airs, Mikey Sez is with us once again. I fucking hear it. Do you?
I don't hear it at all.
Oh my God. I heard it for like a second. So yeah, Sean, Drew, not with us. Mikey Sez stepped up to the plate. We're taping this at the same time the other episode with just me and Mikey Sez aired. So,
yo, what up? It's me again, Mikey Sez.
Yeah, and without Sean's nice ass fucking MacBook here, we're experiencing some technical hiccups, but the heart is still there.
My heart is here now.
Yeah, and that's what matters.
It's at least Sean and Drew's. I mean, my heart at the least. So yeah. I mean, let's just go off of that.
How's your back?
My back's better, way better. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go back again to get rid of it. Yeah, because it's like much less. Like I would like jump off like the back of my truck and it was like I mean, like hurting. You know, maybe I'm just getting older. Shit like that starts to happen. I guess. But. I don't know. It definitely is like tenfold better. Yeah. You know what I mean? So whatever happened there worked. It's just I want it to go away. I want to stop thinking about it. Yeah. It's still like certain angles. It still feels like it's achy. It doesn't hurt anymore. It's achy now. So I don't know what that is. For some reason, there's a lot of pressure on my back or something. I don't know what it is. But yeah.
Drew is a talented motherfucker. I had never had any sort of massage or anything before, and I was in a lot of pain. So finally, I had him work on me, and I thought my left leg was shorter than my right leg, and I was like all freaked the fuck out because the lead singer of Weezer, actually, his fucking one leg was shorter than the other, and he had to have like surgery to correct it. And like once I read that on Wikipedia, I was like,
"Oh no!"
Yeah, I was freaking the fuck out. I'm like, I'm done, dude.
Like Google diagnose yourself, and all of a sudden you're dying tomorrow.
Yeah, and then Drew's like, "Nah, your leg isn't actually shorter. The deal is that like your pelvis is tilted." And like it's pulling, I think he said it was pulling my fucking left hip like up and back. So like it makes it look like my leg is shorter, but it's just because I'm out of alignment. And he would like work on me, but then I would still go out of whack because I have horrible posture and everything. Yeah. And then at my physical last year, I told my doctor, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked up, got this issue.
He's like, I know.
Yeah, I'm like, my leg's shorter than
He's
the
like,
other.
I've known this.
Yeah, and so I got sent to a specialist. His name was Will Smith.
Wow.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Obviously not the Will Smith. We're just going to assume. Yeah. We have to make that, known.
I can't confirm or deny which Will Smith it was. But Will Smith fucking looked at my feet and everything. My left foot is completely flat, and my right foot has like a perfect arch. And so I have to wear inserts in my shoes now. But I told him how Drew had diagnosed me, and he watched me walk and everything. He's like, "Yeah, you got a talented friend there. That's exactly right." I was like, "Yeah."
Wow.
Well, fuck. Good thing I don't need surgery to extend my...
Kudos to Drew.
Yeah. So it was really cool, too, because then he was like, for my treatment plan, he's like, you should keep seeing your friend. And I think I've only seen Drew like once since then, so I haven't followed my treatment plan.
Oops.
So, yeah.
That's right. Who does?
Yeah.
Nobody ever follows the treatment plan. You still have pills left over. Always,
no, man. Not in this fucking house.
No.
My wife fucking works in health. My mother-in-law is a doctor. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you get a fucking treatment plan. That's it. You stay on that shit. You get the shit kicked out of you. I hadn't had a physical in like fucking, I don't even know how many years when I first met Heather. And I told her that, and she was like distressed by this. And I'm like, some chick's not going to fucking see me for me. She's just going to see me for how many times I go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then I had fucking Lyme disease when I was 16. And once you get Lyme disease, that shit's like herpes. Like, it doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. And it flared up for me in 2017. One morning, I went to take a piss. My piss was like just fucking orange. It was fucking scary. I almost fainted. And Heather was on vacation with her sister at the time. And I didn't tell her because I didn't want her to worry.
Yeah,
but meanwhile, I was sitting around like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I was itchy from head to toe. I go to fucking urgent care. And I saw not a doctor. I feel like it was like a nurse practitioner. Mm-hmm. And she listens to me breathe. I had this wicked fucking cough too. Like, I lost my voice because I was coughing so much. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought I might have bronchitis. My piss is orange. She's like, well, your urine test came back fine. You just need to drink more water. I'm like, no, lady, I've been drinking cranberry juice. I've been drinking fucking water. Like, I'm doing everything I can here. I'm not getting better. And she's like, you're having an allergic reaction. Just take some Zyrtec and rest. I was like, this is not allergies. So I took Zyrtec and spent the whole next day at work just itchy from head to toe, still feeling like shit. So then the next day, there was a doctor's office in the same building, and I like begged. I'm like, can anybody please get me in? So I saw this doctor, and she literally listened to me breathe for like a second, and she goes, you have bronchitis. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? And then, like, I told her about, like, my history with Lyme disease and everything. All the shit I had told the person at urgent care the other night. She's like, we need to do blood work. Like, this shouldn't be happening. Turns out my liver enzymes were, like, 3 or 4 times, like, what they should normally be. So that's why my piss was fucking orange.
Yeah, of course.
I had a cyst on my liver. So I had to undergo some strict antibiotics for both bronchitis. Then my fucking blood work came back. They're like, you have Lyme again. So I had to take 3 weeks of antibiotics for fucking Lyme. And yeah, it was fucking crazy. And meanwhile, Heather was just like in another fucking state on vacation. Finally, I had to tell her, I'm like, dude, I'm going to urgent care tonight. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked up bad. And yeah. So the moral of the story is I have to stick to the treatment plan because I got to live. My cats and my wife need me. So,
Tear.
Yeah. So,
no, that's pretty fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to confidently say that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it fucking blows. And like, it's just awesome because like now Lyme disease could like flare up apparently at some point in my life, I guess, again.
Sweet.
So.
Can't wait, right?
Yeah.
To the future. Right?
Yeah. Fuck. But whatever. I'm here. I'm still standing. And I was strong enough to see.
I'm still standing.
Yeah. Fuck. So the Oscar nominees came out. And Taron Egerton did not get nominated for fucking playing Elton John. And
I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't either. All I know is he really sang and shit. And coming off a year where Rami Malek fucking won for lip syncing Freddie Mercury, I gotta say that feels a little fucked up.
I mean, Joker got a whole bunch of stuff.
I just watched it finally.
Oh yeah. You haven't watched it.
I hadn't seen it.
What's your opinion? Did you like it?
No.
Really?
Not at all.
Really?
I would go so far as to say it was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
What?
I have never so thoroughly hated a motion picture.
I am the polar opposite. Opposite.
I can just say right now, Sean's going to be upset we've talked about this because he wanted to share his thoughts on an episode, and I said we're going to need to dedicate a whole episode to this. So,
all right,
quick thoughts on Joker, and then we're going to have to circle back to this, unless
this
airs after an episode where we've already talked about it.
Right.
But...
No, I thought it was like literally the mental illness felt crazy genuine to me. I felt bad for him throughout the movie. You know, like he didn't deserve these things. He was constantly getting stepped on. He was never.
Keep going. I got. Not trying to cut off.
All right.
Rant. I'm just
no. Like I don't know. He just. It felt good to me, and it was full of surprises. I was constantly, I was surprised, and things were unexpected, throughout the whole movie. And I liked how his laugh was very specific. You would hear his laugh, and you would get this uneasy, awkwardness. Like it was like it was like every time it was like a foreshadowing to something bad happening. Every time he would kind of go into his laughing impulse, and I like that because you're like, oh God, like when everybody starts doing his thing, and you just know he can't stop and he can't help it. And I don't know. I thought it was a great movie. I felt like that is a great origin story to a Joker that we already know. Heath Ledger, not Jared Leto. Like, never mind that.
My reaction to the movie was, oh my God, I miss Jared Leto.
Really?
I
didn't like him at all.
Neither did I.
Oh, that's how little I enjoyed Joker. Okay.
I would say the most surprising thing about Joker was how much I didn't like it. Because, I mean, you see the wall here. But I don't give a shit if it's not like comic accurate. Like, I've never been a stickler for that. I mean, like, I love the Tim Burton fucking Batman movies, and those are not like completely faithful to the comics. So It wasn't anything like that. I just we should get into this on an episode with everybody, but I thought it was very predictable, very boring.
See, that's kind of funny because that literally is the polar opposite of my thought.
At one point, I had to pause. I had to say to Heather, "I'm like, are we dumb? Because like I'm not seeing what everybody else saw." And I know Drew didn't like it. Drew can be a hard read though sometimes because I feel like Drew and I, when we agree on movies, we like really agree, but when we disagree on movies, we're like fucking worlds apart. Like, he hated The Rise of Skywalker. I believe he said Joker might be the only movie worse than The Rise of Skywalker.
Damn. But I think Sean liked it a lot.
No, he had told me he was not. He said there were things he liked, but overall he was not about it. But he didn't want to expound upon it until we spoke about it here.
Well, we won't either.
Right.
We won't either. Well,
yeah. So I'm curious to hear his full take one day.
Exactly, because from now it seems like it's going to be 3 against 1 here. So we'll see what happens on that one.
It's all love. It's all love. Yeah. So last year I don't think we saw any of the movies that were nominated for Best Picture. We didn't even watch like Roma on Netflix or anything. So then this year, we were like, oh yeah, let's do it. And I had wanted to watch Joker for a while, and I'm like, well, fuck it, 11 nominations, let's go. I have no idea what we're gonna watch next, but yeah, the thing that really chapped my ass was
the new Clone Wars season. That's what you're gonna have to watch.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna have to catch up on all the old Clone Wars now,
dude. It's good.
Yeah,
I love it, man.
Because you had shared that fucking thing with me, like the episodes you must watch before the new season. I think the episodes I must watch are just all of them.
Well, you're not going to do it before February 17th. 35 days. So you have 35 days to watch the whole Clone Wars season or show. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's so many episodes.
Well,
there's 6 seasons.
We're going to New Zealand. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Is breaking news on Can We Go Downstairs? So from like the end of February, like last week of February, first week in March, and I haven't even told the guys about this yet. So we're gonna have to get a lot of episodes in the fucking backlog.
I feel real good now. I feel even better. This is great.
Congratulations,
Mikey Sez, man.
Yeah. Woo. Oh man, you're the first one I'm telling about our plans.
I'm like a part of the family now.
Yeah.
No. I am the family now. I am the family.
Yeah. So, but on Disney Plus, you can download shit. So maybe I'll just download fucking all of the Clone Wars. Yeah, because like we're flying direct from we're flying to LA, and then from LA flying direct to New Zealand. So maybe I'll fucking just binge.
Dude, it's so good. I think it's honestly like, if you can deal with cartoon shows, because a lot of people can't.
Yeah.
I think it's a necessity to watch that show. If you even remotely like Star Wars. Because I think it makes so many things just make sense.
Yeah.
And it feels so much more natural. Like if you were to watch that, episode 1, the prequel movies.
Yeah.
Episode 1. and then watch the Clone Wars show and then watch the movie, I think it would be, which that's what I'm going to attempt to do now. So I'm going to see how relevant all that stuff feels in my mind when I watch it.
Yeah.
You watch Clone Wars and you're like, who the fuck is this robot guy with multiple arms with lightsabers?
Yeah.
You briefly see him, and then you see him and Obi-Wan kills him. Okay, who the fuck is this guy?
I remember seeing fucking Revenge of the Sith in theaters as a kid, and I'm like, what is General Grievous's deal? Like, is he supposed to be cool?
Who is this guy? And it's like, and that's the thing. It's like, you watch it in the show, and then you're like, he's like this iconic, the general of the Separatists. So it's like, he is the guy.
It really
next to Count Dooku.
It builds the lore so much, and
same with. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's just like it's way more enjoyable than just watching the fucking prequel movies.
Oh, totally.
I find it awesome how like the first season you can tell it was much more like little kid based, and then when they realized that it wasn't little kids watching the fucking show, like they start to step it up.
Yeah, they got darker. It got more serious. People died. You know what I mean? Like, people were like getting shot in the head. Like, that's pretty brutal for a cartoon that's on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
not on Adult Swim. Cartoon Network. So, I mean, even that show's got to be 8 years old now.
Yeah,
it's pretty old.
Yeah, I mean, they fucking did that Clone Wars movie.
Yeah, that was that was
like 2008-ish.
I love all that stuff. It's so good.
Yeah,
and even the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan is great. I love that because even in like the movies, it just feels awkward. Like, you never see them have like a true like apprentice and master relationship at all. It's very brief. The only time you really feel it is when they fight each other. That is intense. That has like a feeling to it. And then when Darth Vader kills him in the other one, so it's like, you know what I mean? That's the only times you really feel this like master Padawan apprentice thing. But it's like they have so much history that you just don't know. So it makes it just feel better to me. And I just totally enjoy it.
Something I remember way back in the day when The Dark Knight came out. At the time, I worked with a kid who didn't like it, and he thought like Harvey Dent was stupid and everything because like they just say Harvey Dent's this white knight, but like show me, don't tell me. And like I feel with the fucking prequels, it's like that with Anakin and Obi-Wan's relationship where like they're just telling me they were like bros. And like
exactly,
it's like weird because Obi-Wan's like a brother to him, but he's also like a father to him. But they just basically like they just tell you that.
Well, it's like the whole situation is you literally see Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan picking up this little kid in the first movie, and then all of a sudden he's like a teenager acting weird with Padme all of a sudden, and like Obi-Wan's like Anakin. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. It doesn't feel right. And then, because even Padme and Anakin, like, they have, like, the whole Clone Wars, they were a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like...
It lends a lot more to their relationship, seeing the fucking cartoon, too.
Because in the movie, it feels like nothing happens. Like, you feel like they just kind of, like, got married, and then somehow she got pregnant, and then she died.
And they have no fucking chemistry whatsoever. No. Like, it's very painfully awkward.
Exactly.
And when we were just rewatching the prequels before Rise of Skywalker, oh my God, dude. Fucking Anakin in episode 2 is like a fucking date rapist. Like, he's like... With the whole I don't like sand, it's coarse, fucking, the fucking meme.
Yeah.
But he's like, it's not, or he's like, you're soft or something. He's like rubbing her back.
Creepy.
And then there's the one scene where she's like, don't look at me like that. And he's like, I'm sorry, my lady. As like he like fucking practically peers into the camera like
he has to be Darth Vader. Duh.
And fucking
totally makes sense.
Oh my God.
Why he's always choking girls? Like, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, has anyone else connected those dots?
What I never understood was, because they were making up the originals on the fucking fly, basically. Yeah. Like George Lucas smoked a ton of fucking weed and just wanted to make some fucking fun adventure shit and just have some good times, make some good movies for the kids. Yeah. But
the Outer Rim.
When fucking Darth Vader is torturing Princess Leia, how does he not sense like, fuck, you're my kid?
Yeah.
Because like, at what point do they like establish in like the books and shit that beef up the canon that like Leia knows she's adopted? Because in Return of the Jedi, like it's established that she doesn't like her birth mother like was not there for her, but she somehow remembers Padme even though she was a fucking baby. This is the thing, like when people are talking about the new ones and like all the plot holes in the Rise of Skywalker and shit, like Star Wars has always been a fucking convoluted mess.
Oh, totally. So many different directors and George Lucas in and out. It's crazy. It's not. It just sucks because honestly, the Clone Wars is almost, in my opinion, the best out of everything.
It is the most coherent and concise story from start
to finish. You feel some great character development where it's like the movies. It's like the movies don't even give it enough time to the characters to like develop yet. It's like honestly, it's like I feel like I would like all the new ones so much better if there was a show.
Yeah,
that had those characters in it. Give me some backstory. I need to know stuff. Like when these characters just appear and they're the answer, I don't like that. I hate that concept. Like in any movie where it's like, who is this person? Why did they just save everything? I have no idea. Like it's just weird.
So you mean you don't love that Emperor Palpatine just exists?
Or that he had 2 generations of family beneath him?
Yeah,
so weird.
He was fucking, dude.
Exactly. Who? And then not only was he fucking, the person he fucked and then their kid also fucked and then had a kid. Twice some weird shit happened.
I love that fucking.
And where are they now? Where are they now? They would still be alive. Totally.
Oh, well, no. The Ochi or whatever stabbed Rey's parents with the dagger.
Yeah, but I mean, their parents, how old were they? That's what I'm saying. Like, where is everybody?
Yeah. It would have just made more sense if they just said Rey was like a fucking clone or something.
That would have made sense.
Because it would have also fit the narrative arc of like everything.
Well, and the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Do you remember all the clone shit that Palpatine was stocking away?
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like he was going to clone some like huge dinosaur thing, like whatever, like some Godzilla monster thing. But like he was stashing that away. It's like clearly that exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It existed. Like it totally makes sense. And mind you, that was before Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, you know, it's like Clone Wars somehow set up Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
In a way. And it's like, why couldn't they have just went with that? I mean, shit. They did it with Boba and Jango. I mean, mind you, it was male and male. So they could have maybe pushed it with male and female.
Yeah.
Or that he had a son that didn't make it. I mean, whatever. They could have branched off of it and had something there. But like whatever they did not feel natural. I was not like, oh. I was like, what? I mean, like that's not the response you want. Is not that. I'm like dumbfounded.
That's the perfect way to sum it up in that. Like they could have made decisions that felt natural.
And they just did not.
Yeah, but instead
at every
like,
turn,
what
almost.
The fuck is going on?
At every turn, like I don't know. They should have killed Kylo.
Yeah.
They when she stabbed him or whatever.
Yeah, that should have just been it for him.
That should have been him. And then, okay, do something weird with the Force later on.
Yeah.
But don't actually literally have him.
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's. I hate when they do that in movies where it's like they kill him and they're like, bring him back. Like, just let him die.
But they do that like 4 times in that fucking, like Chewbacca gets blown up and then they're like, Chewie's alive. C-3PO's memory.
That would have been.
Oh, shit, I think we're frozen again. Oh, no, we're not. We're still going.
Like, that would have been a good, that would have been a good moment for Rey to become a little more Sith.
Yeah.
That would have been a perfect moment because she was angry.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
Which, like, that was supposed to be the thing. Like, she fucking accidentally kills Chewbacca out of anger. Mm-hmm. But that's like, psych, you can't kill what's stronger than death, bitch.
Well, right. It's like, that's actually what she needed. She needed that plot line of like, oops, I just went to the dark side by accident, basically, and I want to come back. Okay, I like that in the storyline. That sounds good.
I love Ray as a protagonist. I think Daisy Ridley was fucking awesome as Ray. But my issue is that Ray never fucking struggles in the entire series.
Exactly. You almost feel like everything was handed to her, or it just came naturally.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
She has some internal like pain, like over not knowing who she is. But she doesn't have that Empire Strikes Back moment of like, I just got the fucking shit kicked out of me and my hand fucking chopped off. My fucking friend is frozen in carbonite.
See, that's why I liked the opening scene where she was training and she failed.
Yeah.
I liked that. That was a great dynamic to start off the movie. Like, boom. Okay. You now already have this backstory. She's been training for X amount of years.
Full spoilers for The Rise of Skywalker, by the way.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. You should have turned this off 5-10 minutes ago. But it's like, that was perfect for her because now you have this question mark. Okay, she's been training. She's getting better, but she's not.
Yeah.
She is now failing because her emotions are taking over.
Yeah.
I love that. That's exactly what she needed. And I wanted more of that. And, Kylo should have wrecked her, been wrecking her the whole fight, and then she killed him.
Yeah.
Okay. That was kind of there too. Yeah, what I mean? And it's like, they didn't go through with it. They didn't go through with it. And it's just like, that was what I felt like that whole movie is that they like half-assed each of the plot lines.
Yeah. Like she kills him out of anger. But then, like, immediately saves him out of love, like 5 seconds later. And it's
I know. And then all of a sudden they kiss. Dude.
Oh my god, that kiss. So that's like I said to fucking.
I was embarrassed watching that. I didn't like that at all. That was so unnecessary.
I'm sorry. I moved the fucking wire. So
yeah, it's weird. You're like almost making it happen, but whatever. Yeah.
Fuck. That was like some real ass fucking like white Nazi redemption shit that I was not feeling. Cause like the first time we see Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens, he fucking slaughters a whole village. And then he fucking mind rapes Rey later in the movie.
See, I kind of liked that only because, when I watched that first movie,
I said, which part do you
Kylo.
Like?
Kylo in the first movie, almost in general.
Yeah, I think he's awesome in The Force Awakens because he's a fucking villain.
Yeah, and it gave him, but he was a unhinged villain.
Yeah.
That's what I liked because it was like, okay, now he has potential to become a controlled villain.
Yeah.
But he was always unhinged.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like. It's like he didn't mature at all. He never got better.
Yeah.
But somehow he became the leader. Like, what?
This is what, so like, fuck, because I think
like
about
that.
like in The Force Awakens, he gets shot by fucking Chewbacca, and like then he runs outside to meet them, and he's just like, we're not done yet. And he starts punching himself in his fucking wound, and blood squirting everywhere. You're like, the fuck is with this guy? And then like in The Last Jedi, he's just like a sweaty, shirtless guy who wants to kiss Rey, and it was like,
He's like some hopeless romantic.
Yeah, I'm not here for the fucking romance. Like, I don't fucking need to, like, Darth Vader's redemption, yeah.
Well, it's like, but that was even though that was kind of awkward in its own little way, that felt natural. It was like, okay, Darth Vader only did it for his son.
Yeah, it was like earned.
But not even some weird romance though. Even at the end, Darth Vader was like acting weird some type of way after his mask came off and all that other nonsense. Like, okay, I get it. But then he died and it was like, okay. But
like,
it just like felt weird.
Fucking Loki turns from a fucking horrible villain to like now an anti-hero or hero in the Marvel movies. Like Venom's got a movie, Joker's got a fucking movie. Can I just have the fucking villain stay the villain and just be fucking terrible?
See, I don't mind Loki because that's kind of like his persona.
No, I don't mind either, but I'm just saying
or like Deadpool. Like Deadpool is like that, like helps you out, but he's kind of a dick and always makes the bad choice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Getting snaps for fucking Deadpool here. But no, like, so I'm cool with all that, but like, I really want Kylo Ren to just die. What is fucking popping? What are we doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, we're just sitting here talking. It's like, it doesn't want me to get the sentence out about how I just want Kylo Ren to die as a fucking piece of shit.
Like, dude, come on.
Yeah. So I read some shit on like the Star Wars leaks or Star Wars speculation subreddit last night, and I guess they said it was from the Jurassic World guys' unused script for episode 9. I wonder if that's true or not. But like basically Luke as a Force ghost is like haunting Kylo the whole movie and like talking shit to him, and like that would have been interesting. But no, I just like Kylo. So this is what I didn't like about The Last Jedi more than anything. Because The Last Jedi, people are all like, oh my God, it shook up the Star Wars formula. It was so groundbreaking. It was so different. No. Fucking Kylo kills Snoke, just like Darth Vader kills the Emperor. And then he's like, join me, just like in Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader's like, Luke, join me. And he's like, forget the whole fucking Empire Rebels fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like, Kylo Ren's like, forget First Order versus Resistance. Like, let's fucking break the wheel, essentially. Do something else. And Rey's all like, no, I don't want to do that. So then he's just like, that's it. He's just, I'm Supreme Leader now. We're doing this. Like, what the fuck? The real growth would have been him just fucking leaving the ship. And not becoming the leader of the fucking First Order.
Exactly. And then he comes back in a comeback in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I can see some potential.
Yeah, and as the last Skywalker, it's almost like he's rising. It's just instead, it's like when he's fucking yelling, like, shoot that ship out of the sky about the Millennium Falcon. I'm like, this is fucking corny. Like, why would anybody follow him? He's having them all shoot at one fucking freighter. While the whole fucking Resistance is like 30 people right in front of them. And then he wastes all their resources shooting at fucking Luke Skywalker. Like, they turned Kylo Ren from like kind of a crazy guy into like a fucking dunce.
To like an actual bad guy that was unhinged and has can't control his emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was like, remember the lightsaber, he's like bashing all the control panels and shit.
The whole thing.
Like, they made it humorous, which I didn't like. Like the one guy at the command center is like, you know what I mean? He felt awkward.
Yeah.
No, they should have made it like angry. You know what I mean? Like hateful. Like they should have went with that, not this like new like ha 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 ha. He's angry. Like no, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
People should be fearing him, not awkward around him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He should just like went to the guy that looked funny and choked him and killed him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that would have been okay, like don't fuck with this guy. Like leave him alone.
Yeah. Which I feel like by the end of The Force Awakens,
that's what it was. Like the troopers were outside the door and they like stopped it and they turned around and walked out.
Oh yeah, while he's smashing the fucking thing.
Like that wasn't needed. That wasn't needed.
Yeah.
It was like haha.
That's a product of the Marvel era.
Like it made light of the situation.
Yeah, I get that. I liked in The Rise of Skywalker how he was fucking like, that fucking dude who gives Finn and Poe the message saying that Palpatine's back. Like then the next time you see that guy, it's just Kylo Ren dumping his head on a fucking table.
Yeah.
And he's like, me and my knights are going hunting and shit. I'm like, here we go. This is the shit Kylo Ren should have been doing the whole time.
Just a badass.
Because like
fucking
instead it's like
brutal savage, basically.
Yeah, like he killed Han Solo, so like fuck this guy. I'm gonna hate him forever. And then like all of a sudden it's like, well, I feel bad for you, Ben, because Luke Skywalker wanted to kill you, but also didn't want to kill you. And like I'm sick of fucking, like
well, I honestly I feel like
can't.
the whole movie was them trying to make a statement but not offend anybody. So they kept like doing the things that would make me happy and then backtracking.
Oh, in The Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
It's
fan
like,
service
perfect.
to appease everybody.
And then they're like, but we don't want to kill him off yet. You're like, dude, come on. Like I was actually, even though I didn't like the situation, like I was happy Kylo killed Han Solo. Like it felt awkward for some reason, but you know what? That's what they needed. Fuck this old generation.
I wish in The Last Jedi
shit.
they had just fucking blown up Princess Leia.
Exactly.
Like instead of having her fly to Superman that hoe
dude,
all the way back.
Come on.
Oh my God. No.
Whose idea was that?
Because a lot of people who defend The Last Jedi will like build up this straw man, like I'm doing now, talking about the people who defend The Last Jedi. But a common thing I've seen in the internet arguments is that people get offended that, they assume people who hate The Last Jedi are upset that Luke didn't do more. And I'm like, no, fuck that. Like, if you're going to talk about let the past die, then fucking do it. Like in The Last Jedi, that's like the whole theme of the movie. Like, let the old ways fucking die. Like, let's do something new. Exactly. And it ends with Luke Skywalker staring down the Empire. Kylo Ren gets them right back into Empire versus Rebels again.
Exactly.
Fucking like
the old is saving the day again.
Yeah, it threatens to like break new ground, but then fucking
they did
doesn't.
It again with bringing back Palpatine.
Yeah.
Like, stop with this old shit. And then on top, they just keep going with this old shit.
Yeah.
Like all the Force people talking to you. Like, okay, haven't seen that before. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Dude.
So fucking, you know, it's like they backed themselves into a corner because they kept threatening to go new places. But then they made sure The Last Jedi ended with like Broom Kid was fucking stupid at the end of The Last Jedi. It's the Skywalker saga. I don't need to be told that anybody can be a Jedi. My friend Luke was like, no shit, Rian Johnson. I've seen the fucking prequels.
Yeah.
And then my friend Keenan was like, yeah, I mean, Jedi aren't allowed to have kids. So like, obviously they all come from different places. So like the whole Broom Kid thing was fucking dumb. And like anybody can be the Jedi. It overcomplicated everything.
Yeah.
And then they had no idea what the fuck to do. So they're like, well, we've already been leaning on the original movies so much. Let's just bring back the fucking Emperor.
Exactly.
So I love The Rise of Skywalker, but overall, like the new trilogy, it's not what I would have done. The fucking Thrawn trilogy of books that kickstarted the expanded universe is forever the real episodes 7 through 9 for me. Mm-hmm. But fuck it. I kept joking before the movie. I kept saying to my friend Travis and shit, I'm like, I hope they don't even explain why Palpatine's back. I just want the movie to open with him just chilling on like a fucking Star Destroyer and people are just talking to him like he's been there the whole time. Mm-hmm. And then the fucking first 2 sentences of the title crawl, the dead speak, like the galaxy's received an ominous message of revenge from Emperor Palpatine. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah. So I had said to Dave and Drew that The Rise of Skywalker seemed to just be like people sitting in a room throwing out ideas and just going like, let's fucking do it, brother.
Palpatine, yeah.
Yeah, just throw up the fucking horns.
Wait, they're like, guys, what if we have a weapon that destroys a planet? They're like, dude, I like that idea. I like
a new ground.
And then someone's like, no. How about we put one of those on every Star Destroyer? And they're like, yeah. And we can destroy tons of planets
and
now.
How about we have 200 Star Destroyers
in the ground? Oh, yeah. I like that. Wait, who's gonna pilot them? They're already there.
Yeah.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
Oh, is it clones? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. They're real people.
Fucking when we walked out of the fucking
Wait,
movie.
how's the Resistance gonna win? We'll just kill all the people.
Yeah.
Was it their choice?
Dave
Who cares?
Dave just kept saying.
Unbelievable.
Dave liked the movie, but it
was fun.
Yeah, he was like, it wasn't all bad, even though he like bashed it while in the theater. But then he just kept saying, a whole fleet fully stocked. Like that's all he kept saying about the movie. I was just laughing so fucking hard because it's so preposterous. Like he raises all the Star Destroyers from the ground and they're fucking powered on. Like we were talking about after the movie, like these guys were just chilling in the ground.
You know what would have been cool? If they didn't have power, no people, he just had a fleet that he's been stockpiling.
Yeah, he's like, get me an army or something.
Exactly.
And like,
okay, now I can fathom this. Like, all right, he has a whole bunch of Star Destroyers that he's been saving since like the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Since way back when. Okay, I totally agree with that. Or make them all clones.
Yeah.
Or something. Let's do something. Like
Too easy.
Yeah, it makes sense. That like why are they all fully stocked? It makes me so upset because there was so much potential there for it to make sense and for me to be satisfied with that.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't. And I was constantly like, what? You're kidding me.
I had so much fun that like I don't even give a fuck. Like
I enjoyed it, but for a I enjoyed it as an action movie.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy it as a Star Wars movie whatsoever. You could have just given me that movie without any knowledge of any other Star Wars movie, and I could have watched it.
Yeah.
Tell me you couldn't have.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm just saying, well, like without any backstory, it makes just as much sense as all the other ones to me.
Maybe that's a sign of its greatness. It stands alone.
I guess. They broke the Star Wars mold, right? Yeah.
But I really enjoyed how they did the whole Palpatine showing Rey all her friends are getting fucked up like he did to Luke and like Snoke did to her in the previous movie. I really love just how mean to The Last Jedi this movie was. Because I hated The Last Jedi. I just thought it was so boring and so self-important and thought it was so clever. But it really was just like... I think Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy that he's going to just make independent of like the other movies will actually be really good because I think Rian Johnson is really good. But I feel like The Last Jedi just reeked of like, we want you to do something original and different, but then we don't actually have the stones to let you do anything original and different. Because we got to make sure we get in our fucking, Luke Skywalker
your Han
moment
Solos
at the end.
and Leia.
Yeah. But I'm in total agreement. They shouldn't have leaned on the older generation at all. They should have just
killed it off. If you want to start fresh, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Totally cool with that.
Like,
give me a little backstory of what happened. That's it.
I like Luke as a fucking hermit who's like separated from the Force. Like I thought that was cool. I don't think it's cool how at the end of the movie he shows up to inspire everybody once again. It would have been fucking better if he, like in The Empire Strikes Back with the fucking X-Wing, is just like, you want the impossible. And Rey has to be like fucking Captain America and the Winter Soldier and fucking be like, I'm ready to stand against these motherfuckers. I'm willing to bet I'm not the only one. And then she has to be the fucking hero.
I like Luke Skywalker as being the failed Jedi Master.
Yeah.
Trying to create the Jedi again. That was a great idea. Like he tried and then he failed. It backfired.
Yeah.
I totally like that idea. And it makes sense because Luke wasn't really the Force guy. He didn't have the ideology that much. You know what I mean? He was kind of just like, lightsaber, I can pick up stuff. Like he didn't really fathom it. Obi-Wan was the only one that really did.
Yeah. Well,
at least from the original 3.
Luke's fucking thing was mainly like, this Force shit's pretty hard. I'm going to get my dad to fucking do this, and it's going to rule. And it worked. So, like, I really like that he was basically saying, my hubris, I thought I could fucking bring back the Jedi Order, but I'm a fucking nitwit, and I fucked up. And I was like, that is unexpected, and I like that. What I don't like is
and it makes sense. You're like, okay.
Yeah, and just reliving Obi-Wan and Vader, where he's like, if you strike me down, I'll always be with you, Ben. And it's like... Bro, I didn't care that The Force Awakens was so similar to A New Hope. I feel like they had to do it because people hated the prequels back in 2015 because the prequel memes didn't exist. But like when The Last Jedi started doing that shit, I'm like, bro, we've gone too fucking far with this one.
Well, especially with the destroy the planet weapon. I get it, dude. The original 3 already kind of overdid it.
Yeah. They used the Death Star twice.
Exactly.
In the fucking trilogy.
Stop. Just stop with this destroy planet thing.
I love that pose, just like, of course they do, when they're like, all the Star Destroyers have planet-destroying weapons.
Yeah, why
now.
not?
Like, fuck it, dude.
How can we make it worse? Every ship has one. Like, dude.
Oh, my God. It was very flawed, but I had so much fucking fun that, like, I don't care.
Like, for example, I just finished an episode of the Clone Wars where it's like, do you remember the witches?
Yeah, like the ones who made like fucking Darth Maul and Savage.
Yeah. And Ventress and exactly. And
right, the Night Sisters or whatever.
Yeah, the Night Sisters. Like she was a cool concept. Like she was like grabbing the Force and turning it into magic or whatever. And I just watched the episode of it, and like she is like a perfect villain.
Yeah,
like perfect, totally outside the Sith, totally outside the Force. But she's using it to her own little advantage and like cultivating it into like some glass orb. Yeah. Like, okay, I totally like that. That's cool. That's different. Like where it's like, imagine if they just went something like that for The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. That'd be so cool. Like a different aspect. Not Palpatine, not the Force, not any of that. A new foe. Yeah. Like Snoke was the same foe, different face.
It would have been cool if fucking Kylo Ren kills Snoke and fucking just pieces out and doesn't become the leader of the First Order. And then all of a sudden in The Rise of Skywalker, like some other fucking horrible galactic threat is happening. Like it just...
And then they teamed up. Like he comes back in. Yeah. Because he doesn't want that either, which is kind of what he said in The Last Jedi. Yeah. He didn't want this weird situation or whatever. He wanted to team up and like be friends. Like,
so like, that's why his redemption at the end of Rise of Skywalker was so infuriating to me, because I'm like, he fucking dove headfirst into continuing this Empire bullshit, and like they're strangling fucking systems that like don't support them and shit. Like, he's a fucking terrorist. Also, the better idea from the fucking top of the trilogy should have been having the First Order be like the insurgents, like the rebels were in the original trilogy. So instead of having the First Order have a fucking star system destroying weapon, you know,
like,
have fucking
like, why were they still so strong? Like, what? I don't.
How did they rise? It's just, you know, fucking Mary from Lord of the Rings, and this one's just like dark magic cloning. I don't know. Yeah. Like, that's how Palpatine's alive, and I guess that's how they had limitless resources. And people are like, it doesn't matter who Snoke is and why he had limitless resources. Bro, yeah, it fucking does. You can't end the original trilogy on the biggest happy ending fucking ever.
Yeah, like, we won.
Yeah.
We won.
And then now 30 years later, it's like,
they're
we
back.
didn't win.
Like,
yeah.
Dude, like, what?
They're back.
What happened in The Mandalorian? Like, what happened? Like, bro, like, please explain. It was still in the Pete and shambles in that show.
Yeah.
Which I like that.
Yeah, so how the fuck do they beef back up? Oh, dude,
The Mandalorian.
The fucking best
that
show.
Last episode got me.
Oh, my God.
Or no, the second to last episode really got me going.
Yeah.
Right? And then the last episode did it with the Darksaber.
Oh, my God. Who knew just fucking Gus Fring from Breaking Bad turning on a fucking Darksaber?
And he's perfect.
Yeah.
I totally see him in that role.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can't wait.
But I don't know what time we're at.
We got a few minutes.
So I'm going
to stand up just to make sure the fucking video is still rolling.
I want to talk about Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Ahsoka because I just finished a few episodes ago. I just watched Ahsoka leaving the Jedi Order, and I saw you had the book there. So I'm like, what is that book about?
I still haven't read it, actually. It's apparently a teen fiction book, which I didn't know. I tend to not...
Some Ahsoka romance?
No, I tend to not read teen books. I tend to buy grown-up books, but...
Ahsoka is such a cool...
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I'm proud to own a teen fiction Ahsoka novel because
it's cool. She's a cool character.
I love how she has the two fucking white lightsabers too. Like,
she's like a neutral.
Yeah, that's right. To the people watching, haven't read it. It's probably good.
Because I don't know. I think she's just such a great character in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw what I sent you on Facebook. I sent you something about Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, I didn't have a chance to watch that. Yeah,
that was pretty cool. Like, they're saying, because Ahsoka in Rebels meets up with I forget, Sabine.
Yeah.
Who has the Darksaber.
Yes.
So so bear with me for just a minute or so. So they're like setting the playing field perfectly for having Ahsoka now show up now. Because who's left in Mandalorian for the Jedi? As far as we know, maybe Rey is a baby. Okay, we can kind of
she would have been like Force baby. Awakens is like 30 years after,
and she's definitely not 30, so she's not born yet.
Yeah, she's like 19 in the Force Awakens.
So if we really want to fuck with shit, Palpatine's son or daughter somehow is in this, right?
Which they need to explain him some fucking way.
That would be really cool. That would be a very great opportunity to redeem Rise of Skywalker a little bit. Is give it a little bit of backstory in Mandalorian. Okay, but I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
So they keep showing all these little things from the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
In Mandalorian. Like the Darksaber. No one has ever said anything about Darksaber ever in anything else except for the Clone Wars and otherwise lore stuff. So the fact that they brought that in I really like that potential.
Yeah.
And also the same thing with the Mandalorians.
Yeah.
So, and they've touched on the Great Purge, which the Great Purge happened kind of in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So they're bringing a lot of topics up that happened in the Clone Wars and were right there that they spoke about. And the fact that we saw the last person who had the Darksaber, and Ahsoka met that person that had the last Darksaber.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool if Ahsoka, and also they also let on that, what was the chick that was like making all the armor? That chick.
Oh, in The Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Did she even have a name? Or
I think the
like
armor.
The armorer?
I think it was just the armor. But she said, you can't take care of this anymore. You need to either bring it to its people or someone that can train him.
Yeah.
So who at this point in time is still alive that is trained in the Jedi ways? Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And Luke, technically.
So
imagine if they brought Luke into this scenario too.
That would be nuts.
That'd be cool too. Like, but they can really advance onto this.
I almost don't want anybody from like the Skywalker saga to show up in the Mandalorian.
I would prefer Luke did it. But that would be cool if they did it in the right way.
Yeah.
And I would totally agree with also Ahsoka. Ahsoka would be a great, and they brought up in Rise of Skywalker. Come on, they're making her like a little known.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I really hope that they bring her, that Ahsoka ends up finding out that this douchebag has the Darksaber, and she was friends with that guy, and he was the one who killed all the Mandalorians.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be really cool if she had some vendetta against this guy.
Yeah.
And then comes in contact with Mandalorian and Yoda, and they maybe have like a fight scene or something.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she realizes he has Yoda, which she's met Yoda, the actual Yoda. Mm-hmm. So like it would make so much sense and just
that would
work.
be a neat way to tie it together.
Perfect. And now Yoda has, or the baby Yoda now has someone to train with, or to train it.
Yeah.
In the ways of the Force. It's just, and then now you have a nemesis for fucking that guy.
Moff Gideon some shit.
Yeah, Moff Gideon. Now he has a nemesis that is like a true nemesis, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, Mandalorian is like a nemesis in a way.
Yeah.
But not like a Jedi would.
Fucking, yeah. Look at it. You just fucking wrote the next two seasons of the show. And who else is
going to fight a Darksaber? A Jedi.
Yeah.
Hello. Come on. Ahsoka's already done it.
So when Rebels fucking ends, Ezra goes off to
I don't remember too much of Rebels.
Okay.
I just remember a lot of Darth Vader, Ahsoka,
and then Thrawn
Darth Maul,
shows
I think.
up.
Was Darth Maul still in that?
Yeah.
He was.
Obi-Wan kills his ass. Once and for all.
I know.
Again.
It's really confusing. So I'm going to watch Rebels right after I watch this. Or I'm going to finish watching Clone Wars. Hopefully I'm done right at the end, and then the next season comes up. And then I'm going to watch the movie Clone Wars.
And the movie, I think, takes place before the first season.
Does it?
I've only seen the movie once.
Because where does the Clone Wars end?
So the Clone Wars cartoon
Clone Wars ends with the Clone Wars starting. That's what it is.
No,
they fight on Geonosis.
Attack of the Clones ends with the Yoda saying "Begun the Clone Wars has."
Yeah, because the attack on Geonosis.
Yeah, happens. And then the whole cartoon happens, and then episode 3 happens.
Yeah, that's where I'm at now. So now I'm going to watch episode 3, which is the ending.
Yeah.
Order 66.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Which is cool because they're leading up to it so much in the show, and I love it.
Yeah, that's going to be nuts to see it in the show.
It's just so, and I hope they don't merge them together. I hope it's just like immediately before Order 66. That's what I hope.
Yeah.
That's what I really hope, because it would be confusing if they were in the same exact time frame.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand how to watch it, or like, I mean, where's Anakin here when he was actually there? I don't want that. I want it to be still a prequel to Revenge.
I'm gonna have to catch up on all this shit. I've got that Resistance cartoon added to my Disney Plus.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
But yeah, so Rebels ends with Ezra and Thrawn go to like the unknown reaches or some shit, because fucking that's how Ezra stops him. Like, he hijacks his ship and they like vanish. So then Sabine and Ahsoka go to find Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't played that Jedi Fallen Order game yet, but I really like how they had the Jedi be purged, and like Yoda and Obi-Wan are it. And now through like the expanded universe, you find out, well, they're not it. Kanan survived.
Well, right. Or Ahsoka.
Yeah, Ahsoka's around somewhere.
She wasn't even a master yet. She was still a Padawan, but she would have been a knight before she left, because they were about to appoint her. So that's a really cool, I don't know, it's a cool concept, especially with Anakin's Padawan. That's a cool dynamic.
Yeah.
I just like that. It feels really cool to me and like natural. because Yoda gave him a Padawan to see if he could pull him back to the Force because he felt him drifting.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a cool idea that makes sense. Like, Yoda could feel him distancing, so he wanted to actually use his emotions to keep him there, which I like that. It's totally cool.
I like how everybody looks and sounds like their live action counterparts in the Clone Wars, except Anakin, who looks like 500 times tougher than Hayden Christensen. That shit always got me good. But
I don't know. I have so much potential and so much want for Mandalorian because
it's the best.
It's so good.
It might be the best Star Wars fucking thing since The Empire Strikes Back, honestly.
I love
it that much.
I loved Rogue One.
I think Rogue One's awesome, but
I like how you can watch it from episode 1 and watch it in
yeah.
there. It totally lines up, merges right in with it, feels natural. I just totally enjoy it.
When I was arguing with somebody about The Last Jedi recently on Facebook, I said how it was a mistake that The Last Jedi opens right where The Force Awakens ends, and that's the only episode to do that. And somebody was like, well, A New Hope picks up right where Rogue One left off. And I'm like, well, yeah, they did that deliberately 40 years later to like explain why that was happening.
Yeah.
No other fucking episode opens directly where the previous one left off.
And the reason why I liked Rogue One so much is because it gave Darth Vader so much power.
Oh, dude, it wiped out the fucking shittiness of the prequels and like what a crybaby he was. And
Darth
reminded
Vader
you
was,
why he's a killer.
Well, because it's like Anakin was like a good fighter or whatever.
Yeah.
But then when he becomes Darth Vader in the original series, you feel like he doesn't really do much. He kind of has Force stuff, and he kind of just swings his lightsaber like it's a baseball bat.
Yeah.
He feels clunky and like robotic, which, okay. But
he's more just like
But in
menacing.
Rogue One, when he's like attacking the rebels
like
at the end of the ship,
in the air,
that's fucking awesome.
Oh,
I
that's
love
the
that
best
scene so much, and it gave Darth Vader so much power and so much potential, and also you're like, holy shit, he is dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, it made you feel that way, and I like that because then if you were to watch A New Hope right after, he seems so much more intimidating.
Yeah.
When he picks her up and he starts choking that guy,
fucking
you can tell why he's so angry. They just escaped him after he just murdered everyone. Like, yes.
Before the fucking prequels happened, it's like the first time you see Darth Vader, they're literally blowing the fuck out of Princess Leia's ship, and you hear this fucking big dude comes in, just all clad in black, breaking motherfuckers' necks, throwing him. He's choking his own boy.
I want them alive.
Yeah. He's choking his own boy at the fucking table because he doesn't believe in the Force.
Like he's an asshole.
Yeah.
And that's kind of which would bring me back to how much potential Kylo Ren had.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of almost the same dynamic.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren came into this village and just fucking massacred everybody. Like a badass. He choked some random dude up on the ship. I think he did, if I recall. And then he goes haywire on shit. Like, dude, this guy is insane. Like, he's a badass. He's strong. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah. He's just like,
it's all downhill from there.
Exactly. I don't know.
Yeah. No, like
Star Wars is such a iffy topic for me because there's so many things that are good that were done by certain people. So many things were bad that were done by other people.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's always the little things, like the little shows, or little. I mean, Mandalorian's huge, but it's the side shows, the side lore that are always all the good shit.
Yeah,
the Clone
builds
Wars
everything
is
out.
fucking amazing, and it blows almost all the movies out of water to me. Like, and Mandalorian is great. You could watch that without knowing anything about Star Wars. Clone Wars, you can watch that without knowing anything about Star Wars, and they just feel good.
Yeah,
and and even Rogue One. It just felt good. It was like this sad story of everyone dying. And like, you know what I mean? It was depressing. Like they went on a mission. Everyone died. Everyone. Besides one guy that actually happened to hand it to somebody on the ship. That was it. That was the only guy that lived.
Yeah.
Everyone else died. And it's just, I don't know. It's those ones that are always good. Like Solo, I didn't like Solo. I was very iffy about that.
I thought it was better than it had any right to be, but it didn't need to exist. Like, I don't need to know why Han Solo.
I don't need to know Han Solo's backstory.
Yeah.
Especially if it wasn't actually Han Solo.
Yeah.
If it was like a CGI'd version of Han Solo, like the real Han Solo, oh, I'm with it.
It's funny you say that. I always thought back in the day, and my brother said it too. Like I always thought one day George Lucas would make episode 7, 8, and 9, and they would be animated, like something like the Clone Wars, or even like remember Tintin from like a while ago, where like it was animated but it looked kind of realistic. Like
kind of, not really.
I always thought that would be how they did the rest of the movies.
That's also what I like about the cartoons is that, or just any cartoon in general, is that they're almost limitless.
Yeah.
The best shows are always the cartoons for some reason. It's because you don't need some crazy acting. It's all CGI.
Yeah.
And you can make the acting good. If the acting, you make the acting look good.
I mean, fuck, the X-Men cartoon is
and then
like,
you just need voice actors.
Cartoon, like those old superhero cartoons are like the essential portrayals of those characters. And
exactly.
It's funny, Heather won't watch fucking any cartoons with me. She just doesn't like it.
That's what sucks. But it's some people just can't.
Yeah.
I like anime and stuff like that. And so I can watch it. You know, I enjoy it just as much as any other live action.
Yeah.
If Mandalorian was cartoon, I would like it just as much.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be the same because Baby Yoda being a puppet is just...
But that's also one thing that I like a lot about Mandalorian is that it won't age.
Yeah.
Just like the original Star Wars movies look terrible at points.
Yeah.
But it'll always look exactly the same.
Yeah.
The CGI won't get worse as days go on.
It looks real. The phrase they used when they were making The Force Awakens was lived in, and that's why they relied so much on practical effects for that one. For basically the entire new trilogy, because like the prequels have this weird CGI sheen to them that like they look like they were made in 99, 2002, and 2005.
Yeah, the prequels, like when they're walking through Tatooine.
Oh my god!
And like the ships coming by, it just looks so fake.
Yeah, like everything looks so phony.
Dude, just make it out of cardboard. I'm totally okay with it.
Like they're clearly just standing there going like this, and they have to just CGI in fucking droids later. And I hate that. Like, I love that The Mandalorian looks real, and The Force Awakens, Last Jedi.
It's all makeup and puppets. I love it. It's just good.
I also like Palpatine's makeup in The Rise of Skywalker because he didn't look like a foreskin like he did in Revenge of the Sith. Excuse me. So, yeah. Do it. Do it. But we should probably wrap this one up.
You will die. No.
Oh my god. When he said do it in fucking Rise of Skywalker, Heather and I both just died laughing in the theater.
We did too.
Yeah, he's like,
we did too.
She will raise her lightsaber.
Do it. I was like, what? Yeah. Come on.
Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. And like also, what did they just explain being back by saying the dark side of the Force is the pathway to many abilities some consider unnatural? I was like, oh my god, they went on prequel memes subreddit.
Jesus, man.
But thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, that was a good Star Wars 40 minutes, dude.
Yeah, that was.
That was crazy. I feel relieved.
We're gonna lose some listeners on that one because I feel like a lot of people aren't as committed as we are. But
I don't care.
Fuck them.
I felt good.
Yeah,
I feel good, real good now. I'm gonna watch Clone Wars when I get home.
Yeah,
finish it up.
I'm about to go upstairs, just slap my wife, and be like, "We're watching Clone Wars all night."
You should make her watch it.
Yeah. Well, she could beat the shit out of me easily. So if I were,
does she like
her,
Star Wars?
Yes, she does.
She should watch it.
Yeah,
she would enjoy the movies better.
I think she would. I've been watching the X-Men cartoon, and at first she was like, "Why are you watching this?" But I can see her sort of paying attention because, just like sociopolitically, the plight of the mutants. You see a lot of reflections between the political rhetoric in the show and like things happening in the real world today. And she's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "It's X-Men, dude. I'm telling you, this shit is like life." And
Rebels is a little more childish in the beginning until the end.
Yeah,
just like Star Wars. I mean, a lot. Yeah. It took Rebels a lot longer. I feel like Ezra just feels like you're like, all right, this is like a grab at kids.
Yeah,
so much. But all right, okay, all right.
One love.
I feel good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sez.
I'm important.
Catch you on the flip. Bang. Let me hit fucking stop on this. And then